All right. So we put our heads together and we came up with this. This is
Well,
going.
not too much together because we all know how big his head is.
I know I have the world's biggest head, but we came up with this. We came up with how we are going to deliver to you guys, my subscribers, my YouTube followers, my Facebook page followers, all of you. The videos have progressed, but this week's episode was sat down, talked about, thought over for about a week and a half now. So what?
We're trying to get a little bit of directing, trying to improve the quality for you guys.
Yeah, we want to keep you here, but at the same time, we want feedback at the same time. A big thanks to Mrs. Lunchbox for being the Facebook's biggest fan. She's getting the job title of
She is the president of Nightlife Gaming Fan Club.
tell me about it. I do appreciate all the take on that and everything like that. We also sat here and we thought about everything that we've done so far, everything that we've brought. But we got to this. This week's episode is going to be new and improved. This isn't going to be your sit here and listen to us rant. We're going to have video clips, hopefully.
Yes.
We're going to have sound bites. We're going to go into fucking detail because this week's episode is what my Facebook has been blowing up about, and this week's episode has been based on, I've gotten into talks with my cousin, I've gotten into talks with a bunch of my friends, about what, who, if any, can be decided on who is the best Joker.
Well,
I don't know if you noticed, but you have a person in my house right now, sitting here in a Batman t-shirt and a Batman dog tag. Now this person is also
given to me by the most awesome children ever. Because if you look, it also says, "You're my superhero."
This is a very sweet gift to somebody who is also my co-host and is also going to be the holder of new locations for the webisodes. We're going to start alternating.
We're adding a couple new sets to our genre here, our arsenal of our new show.
And we talked about that earlier today, where your setup is a lot more better than my man cave. You have the desk and everything in that, to where I have it set up like a virgin's living room, I guess my brother John would call it.
Yeah, right on.
Nice guy.
See, Virgin.
So past all
trophies to prove it.
Trophies to prove it. You're fucking right. Trophies to prove it. Past all of that, we did our homework. Lunchbox did his homework.
Because let's face it, here's the reality of it. We're both undercover geeks.
Yes.
Really.
I'm a dork through and through. I do not actually, I'm not undercover about it. I really don't. I think if you know me, I mean my tattoos.
Well, if you
kind of show my dorkness come through.
That is very true. But what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is, if I were to walk up, being a random person, if I were to walk up to you, not actually look at your tattoos, that's just a dude, like a goth type dude or whatever, you're like.
I do get that perception a lot, but I'm not emo. Don't get that. No, I just like I like my fucking tattoos, and I like my piercings.
And he's fucking emotional.
I'm not emotional. I'm Italian. That's what it is. It runs in the blood.
Exactly. The original emos.
Yeah, the original emos. My family members are going to eat you alive for that right now. You dirty Irish Mick.
Bring it on, all you dagos. Come on.
So besides that, what we came up with is that nobody has ever really claimed to be the best Joker. I mean, yeah, and there's so many choices. There's so many different things. As you know, you have your comic books, which a newest thing to my dork collection is right on your side. Jesus Christ, I hate you sometimes. If you would like to hand me my newest gift, the Big Book O Joker, and this is perceived. It's a comic.
Yeah. Let's make it so they can see it here. Light
There we go. We
There
are
we go.
dorks. But there's so many different things. You have this, which looks to be a darker version. You have the newest collection to go with Big Joker, Bat Joker down here. He's the newest collection that will sit right in front of my video game screen.
Right on, little guy.
He is the pimp.
And
But
if you notice, who is it? That's Bad Joker. That's who that is. And if you're a dork like us or geeks like us, where is that book there? If you read this book, this just happens to introduce and let you get a little taste of Bad Joker.
So, we have all these different types of Jokers. You have your comic books, you have your horrendous TV show Joker. I'd like your opinion on that right now. Let me know how you feel about the Adam West Batman, or the Adam West version of Batman with the Joker, and I cannot remember the guy's name right now. I know it's blasphemy on me, but I tell you what, I'll give you my quick opinion of this, and I'll let you touch on that. My opinion of that TV show, and I'm sure you fuckers are going to hate me for this, it was dog shit. It was horrible in the fact that
Where's Bruce Wayne?
Mr. Wayne is not at home, sir.
Too bad. I'll get my revenge later. Right now I'll settle for cash. Where's the safe?
My duties do not include aiding and abetting thievery.
Oh, no?
I see.
its time, it was good, but goddamn, watching it now, screw that show. I would rather sit there through hours.
Shut up, Micah. Yeah, see that? I got 50% balls. All right, now here's my take on it. I loved that show for a simple reason. I've always liked Batman, and I've always been into film, and hell, I like Bela Lugosi Dracula.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. I'm a very big fan of vampires.
Anyway, back on topic. The Adam West Batman, if you're going to watch it, you have to think about the time it was made, and you also have to remember back then they had so much censorship going on. If you had a little bit too much skin, your ass was, that episode wasn't airing.
I can consider that, and I get that. I'm not to mean to cut you off, but you have to understand that I believe that my generation was the start of the whole everything coming up into technology. The 90s started all of that to bring it into, because my generation was considered the Attitude Era, dog.
Well, but it was your generation.
We're all, basically. I hate to quote wrestling.
WWF.
I hate to quote wrestling. Fuck that shit. But I'm just
sue me, motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck you, assholes.
Anyway, shit.
Back to the TV show.
Oh yeah, the TV show. I totally believe that with the times that you're right about your era in the 90s, but granted, you were, let's face it, a baby in the 90s.
Yeah, no.
I'm from the generation of technology coming up, which is Generation X.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, back on topic. I like it so much because the director of it, the writers of it were genius, because they were able to put little goofy freaking
What, pow?
no, man. Like there's little innuendos and crap like that to where they could word things and throw shit that was in the comic book that they wouldn't have been able to really use on TV and fucking got away with it.
Excuse me. Not to jump off topic real fast. Do you remember the show Rocko's Modern Life? The little wallaby, this is for my generation. Thank you very fucking much. Rocco was a phone sex operator in one of the episodes.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Thank you very fucking much. And I promise you, right now, there will be a footage of that fucking episode or a fucking photo of the sign that says, "Be naughty, say something sweet, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby." I promise you, I'm not lying on that.
I totally 100% agree on that. I mean, even from the fucking early 90s or even the 80s. I remember some of the 80s. I was what your age would have been in the 90s. The cartoons, the quality, the fucking
They had hidden quotes.
and that the first thing we ever had, I was a teenager and we had Beavis and Butthead.
Shit, dog. No lie. So, not to cut you off, but we have to get back on topic. I'm going to ask you first because it's not fair for me to go on my rant first on what or who I perceive to be the best Joker. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. My first question for you will be best Joker scene from movie, cartoon, and name it for me, and then give me a why.
My favorite scene would have to be from The Dark Knight, and
You want to use my tattoo?
and it is the why so serious.
You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night, he goes off crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, me watching, he takes the knife to her, laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes up.
Known as the why so serious quote, but it's the scene. He talks about his whole daddy issues, whatever you want to call it.
My father was a drinker and a fiend.
And he really just fucking got into the depth of that character. And you really saw, I believe that scene is the first time you really saw how much Heath Ledger had taken in the Joker.
He did very good. Okay. Question number 2, and this is going to be one I waited to surprise you with. So, who looked the best out of what you're supposed to think the Joker should look like? Who fit that the best? Be it the video game, be it the comic books when they put him into the dark days, as in this one, Under the Red Hood. They have all these different adaptations. Who did you think fit that perfectly?
The Joker from that novel.
And the look of the whole.
If you look at him, he looks kind of monstrous, actually.
Here we go. There's a fucking close with you. This is what he looks like in the novel.
And the reason I like that so much is like they took every Joker idea. There's so many different backstories of Joker there's so many different versions and things like that, and it's like the artists and writers took every one of them and decide in their mind decided that this is what he would look like if you combined all of that chaos and just I want to blow up the world.
It's very true. It's very fucking true. He does state that a lot. But okay, now number 3 is going to be the tough one. Out of everything dorkish we've seen from all of the massive years of our comic book knowledge, because let's face it, we love our comic books, we love our superhero, supervillains,
Fantasy.
yeah, that kind of fucking shit is amazing. And all of us secretly like that. There's not a person that sits down at night and goes, man, that shit would be fucking cool. And if you say you don't, then there's something fucking wrong with you. I apologize.
In fact, if you like Lord of the Rings, guess what?
Yeah, dude.
You're a fucking geek.
Yeah, dude, Lord of the Rings was the shit too. I mean, you cannot say that you have not thought about it at least once in the last week. I mean, dude, like, fucking for real, you know how much easier work would be if I was, like, fucking the Flash and I could, that would be the fucking shit. That'd be the fucking shit. So, the third one would be, who did it the best? Who made him just the feeling of the clown, the feeling of the crazy, the feeling of being Batman's number one pain in the ass. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, but fuck Batman.
So,
Who was the best?
who was the best movie character?
No.
Or, I mean, live action or comic book?
You gotta pick. I know there's too much to pick from, but you have to give me one. Who was
I can't give it two.
the best Joker? In your eyes. And now, don't get me wrong, because we'll ask you the same question right now. Who was the fucking best Joker? Leave it on the Facebook page. Leave it on the YouTube page, preferably the Facebook page. Leave it there. Let me know. Who was the best Joker? Start this shit up for us. Tell me. Let me know what you think.
And as soon as we get 10 answers from 10 different people, you'll get my answer.
Nice. Nice. So I'm going to give this to you because I'm sure you have questions, because if there is somewhat of an expert on your man in purple, I know I'm a fucking dork, but I really don't care. Let me hear him.
Okay. Actually, first to add to you guys, I think it's already obvious that we've proven we're dorks. But not only
The big O book of Encyclopedia of Awesomeness.
not only is my repertoire of comic book knowledge proven, I have the company's backing to prove it because they made these books.
They
Thank
are
you.
very
Thank you very
insightful
much.
of everything. I mean, just everything you need to know about the comics, everything you want to know about the history of the person,
When he was created, what his
year.
backstory is.
They have a lot. They're great. They're good buys. I'm very jealous of Box on that one.
I would like to thank Neil and Pam Palisi for that because they gave them to me as a gift, and they have no idea how awesome they really are.
So we're gonna get, we'll touch Marvel soon. Trust me. There's a lot to come, but right now,
It's still early, folks.
Box, let me know.
Okay, yeah, back on target of this episode because
Expert.
we like to ramble and just fucking act like idiots.
Yeah.
Anyway, of every Joker, who was your favorite look?
My favorite look.
For what you in your mind knowing everything about him in your mind, what do you picture versus what there actually is? What is
When
your
when the Batman cartoon TV series came out, Batman the animated series, his first portrayal, he didn't have the red lips, which wasn't that really much of a bad thing. He had black eyes. It was really rugged and dark looking. Are you asking me if I could build the best Joker out of my mind, what he would look like?
no? What I'm asking is
What
what
look was the best?
what look was your favorite that comes closest to the Joker in your mind?
It would have to be the animated series once they slapped the red lips on him and made him into
With the really sharp lines.
yes, the sharp lines and that really, dark sense of humor because they had to do it. It was a cartoon. They couldn't do anything else, but I mean, the way he would kill people in the cartoon was laughing gas. They would laugh themselves to death. Like
Right.
they never said
I
that.
just mean just the look, just the look.
It's that. It would be that because that is what I picture as what the clown with a madman would look like. He he was portrayed really good. The drawing and it wasn't too clowny, but at the same time it wasn't too not clown. So
Okay.
next,
Okay. My next question would be, who was your favorite movie Batman?
movie
Who as the actor?
movie
And we all know the Heath Ledger, but your next favorite?
like Joker or Batman
No, excuse me, sorry. The Joker,
Mm.
the actor,
for
or
him.
or
It doesn't have to be a movie, does it?
I just want from the Tim Burton up to present day.
Can
The
it be
actor.
can it be like animated movies?
No. Like we have the discussion of Batman's of between um,
Michael Keaton.
George Clooney and
Sucks.
Michael Keaton and the
Okay, so who did him best besides Heath Ledger? It would have to be Jack Nicholson. But that's like a false question because there was nobody else besides Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger on the big screen. Uh, You had the TV show, but that wasn't a movie. So you had those two. You have Jared Leto coming up
that's
right now,
true.
so there's really that. But if you allowed me to throw animated movies in there,
Yeah, okay.
Mark Hamill played the Joker the fucking best. He did it so good. The laugh was great, and that that can lead me to a lunchbox story.
Wait. A lunchbox.
How I figured out that Mark Hamill was the Joker was from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, because when he plays Cockknocker, he tells him, "You'll never get me, Hemp Knight," and then he does the laugh. And I looked at my father, and my
Thought I'd never find your precious blunt cave, did you, Hemp Knight? But now, you and your sidekick are finally in the grasp of Cockknocker.
Why they call you Cockknocker?
father shook his head yes. So, lunchbox. That's how I figured out Mark Hamill was the Joker.
Right on. Yeah. My name. Even my name's smart.
So Mark Hamill did a very good job. He was sadistic, and that also can lead me to my favorite Batman line. Well, favorite Joker line from a Batman series.
So let's wait on that one.
Next,
Okay. Of all the Jokers, who's your absolute most favorite ever?
if this was any fucking harder of a question, because I can tell you that I have a favorite comic book persona of the Joker, and that was from the Killing Joke, the Laughing Joke, where he shoots Batgirl in the back. He was sick, but at the same time, he was just loony. Um, Mark Hamill played him best in the animated movies, even though I think that Under the Red Hood didn't get boosted enough as it should, because that Joker was really fucking good too. Jack Nicholson did really good, but he's not what Heath Ledger did with that character. And tell me I'm an asshole. Mike, tell me I'm wrong. You miserable. Just tell me.
You can put a hit out on it.
Yeah, tell me, please.
What
Let
the
me
hell?
know that I'm wrong. But I tell you what, Heath Ledger did a lot with that character, and he made that character into a sick motherfucker. And at the same time, he just wanted Batman to realize that he needed him just as much as Batman needs the Joker. And
Whatever.
oh,
Anyway, well, we all know
so
that every hero has an anti-hero, or for every white, there's a black. There's a J. There's a lunchbox.
So right now, I will go as in the words of the great Doug Baldino. Fact: Mark Hamill was my favorite Joker ever. Fact. There's
What's the matter, Batman? No witty comeback? No threat? Then I'll provide the narration. I'll begin with how I peeled back the layers of the boy's mind. Though he bravely tried to fight it at first. You would have been proud to see him so strong. But all too soon, the serums and the shocks took their toll, and the dear lad began to share such secrets with me. Secrets that are mine alone to know, Bruce. It's true, Batsy. I know everything. And kinda like the kid who peeks at his Christmas presents, I must admit, it's sadly anticlimactic. Behind all the sturm and batarangs, you're just a little boy in a play suit crying for mommy and daddy. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
for all you fuckers who thought I was gonna pick Heath Ledger. I bet you didn't see that one coming.
All right. So, why?
Because he had so little to work with, and he made him into what first made me realize that if I could have anybody's abilities, it would be his, and he didn't have any. He was just misunderstood. And this is going to make me sound fucking crazy, and I can't believe I'm saying this. But
Okay, wait.
Anti-hero. I love it. I love the fact that for every good guy, there has to be somebody that makes them worthwhile. Because without that, what's Superman gonna do? Can I heat your tea up, ma'am? No, well, for real. But what's Batman gonna do? What's Bruce Wayne gonna do? He was miserable. Miserable. Without the Joker, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, but he didn't turn into the Bat just for the Joker.
No, but he did it
He
because
was fucking up crime.
And that's another thing
From
why
the
I don't like
get-go,
about Tim
man.
Burton's movie, because they make it perceive that the Joker shot Batman's parents.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Sorry.
That was a totally off from any fucking story.
Nope, sorry. So Mark Hamill had nothing to work with. He could not say death. He could not do any of that. And the first time I watched the Batman animated series, it happened to be a Joker one, and it was the one where Harley starts talking about why she did what she did for him, and he just made me laugh. And that's all he really got to do in the cartoon was make you laugh to death. They never said that, but they did that, and that's why it was the first thing that made me go, this is cool to watch. It's a villain that it's okay because he's just making them laugh. Later on, I found out down the line that he wasn't just making them laugh, but at the same time, it's just I never could understand why it's okay for Batman to go out and beat the dog crap out of somebody, but it's not okay for somebody to make somebody smile. It's not okay. No.
What an idiot. He's not trying to make everybody smile. He's trying to burn the fucking world down.
No.
Batman wants to help people. Joker wants to kill people.
How does Batman want to
Who's fucking smarter here?
How does Batman want to help somebody? What? Okay, you did this wrong, so it's okay for me to beat the piss out of you. Maybe you'll learn a lesson. What, are we in Catholic school?
Hey, maybe he was resisting arrest. Look at the cops nowadays.
No. Batman has no right whatsoever to put a suit on and say, just because you did this, I'm going to beat you up. And then I'm the most wanted man in Gotham City. And my best friend is the commissioner of the police, who are supposed to be catching me. But they're too worried about a guy who borrowed some money. You ever play Monopoly? I borrow money from the bank all the time.
He is Italian. Speaking of Italian, of course he's gonna fucking say what he just said because he's an Italian.
What are you talking about? What's that to do with
They're
anything?
the original fucking organized crime people. Can you believe that he thinks that Batman or Bruce Wayne, who happens to have a cop that maybe ain't on the little fucking payroll, don't have to get a VIG.
So you just admitted that Batman might be paying the commissioner off.
No.
Maybe somebody should look into
what
this.
I'm saying is maybe he's his buddy who, instead of being paid like the mob would do, Italians, he just happened to have a cop on the inside, an inside man. And he does it for good, not fucking trying to kill people.
No. Make him smile. I'm going to say this.
To death.
I'm going to say this. If you watch Batman, why do you watch Batman? What villain do you hope Batman's fighting in that episode or in that game? Which one? Who makes it the best?
Honestly?
Yeah, who? Killer Croc? Clayface? Calendar Man?
I'd have to say the Joker. So anyway, let's just agree to disagree and move on to our next segment.
Okay, and with that, we bring you to our guest of the week.
Well, it's a big show. Oh.
Alright, and this brings us to our guest of the week, Patrick the Big Show Downey. Now, we'll touch on the nickname here in a bit, but my first question for you, okay?
Alright.
Are you a fan of the page?
Yes, I am.
Are you a fan on Facebook?
Not yet.
Are you going to become a fan on Facebook?
Yes.
By the end of this night?
Probably sometime in the morning.
Okay, I'll accept that. What about you?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. My next question for you is favorite episode so far.
It would have to probably be your Tower Fails.
You would bring those up. I'm not that bad. It's that I have witnesses. Mortal Kombat on hard cheats. Box.
It does.
Show.
A little bit.
Thank you. I'll touch on that later too. I'm sure that if you have watched the show, you've watched gameplay. I've hoped. Me and Box have our very first weekly match, weekly contest going on. I played you a little bit tonight in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked, but I at least won once.
You won. You did beat me once. You did not pull off the fatality.
No, I did.
But you were the first to see the faction kills.
Yes.
Faction kills are pretty cool, dude.
They're sweet, actually.
One of them, smoke comes out, does this, disappears, and when he disappears, the top of your skull falls off.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Top, he gets you right here.
Oh, So yeah.
Slice you through the mouth.
But we'll leave that a little bit later with our top question of the fucking night video from now on. Box, any questions for show?
First question for you, I guess, would be, what is your favorite comic book video game?
Okay, that would be a little tough. I did kind of like the Deadpool game. It was quite hilarious. But I would probably have to go with Spider-Man Web of Shadows or Shatter Dimensions.
I second that. Good games, very good games. Spidey is fun to play with in video games. I very much enjoy that whole web thing, and kind of leaks into my whole feel for Scorpion too. So
yeah, I'll agree. It is a good game. But we all know that Arkham Asylum is the best. We'll just move on.
Arkham was good. Can I touch it? Can I touch on that, please, real fast?
Go ahead.
Okay. Arkham was good, but if you've played Assassin's Creed, you've played Arkham. And Assassin's Creed was out before Arkham, because I believe that Assassin's Creed started that whole linking your hits together, blocking, doing a counterattack, and all that stuff. Am I wrong?
No, I'll agree with
from
that.
the high vantage points and shit like that.
Yeah, and the stringing them up and everything like that. Now, Arkham wasn't as repetitive as the first Assassin's Creed game was, because I'm not going to lie, I have my Assassin's Creed tattoo, but the first game wasn't the one that sold me. The first game was very, very much, it was the only thing I had to play at the time. The second game, as you know, I am Italian, so the whole backstory of it and everything like that was what sold me. And fun fact on that, Dante was originally supposed to be named Ezio.
Yeah.
So...
No, I thought it was originally going to be Alucard.
No, Fawn canceled that away.
This is his youngest child he's talking about.
Yes, my youngest son is named after a video game. And a mob boss is his middle name, but so what?
And another fun fact about Speedy, as is his daughter named after a video game.
No.
A comic book.
No. And an anime. My middle child is named after anime, Hellsing. Dante's named after Devil May Cry. Ceres is named after Hellsing, which are both just that amazing. I had to let Fawn watch. I had to let Fawn watch Hellsing before she agreed to Ceres. So, but Dante's also very Italian struck in name, and Dante Luciano.
Yeah.
So, but Devil May Cry, and he is the son of Sparta. So, all right, back.
This is Sparta.
All right, back to Box's questions for show.
Actually, I would like to know kind of our topic. The topic of the week is the Joker. So, I would kind of like to, let you ask your question about, the whole deal.
All right. As you guys have known, I am very, very, very obsessed. I'll call it an obsession. It's a healthy liking into something, not an obsession. I very much like Box's newest gift. The Joker that's Watson showed, that was White Power, I guess. I am Joker through and through. Customized Joker Jordans. Yeah, I mean. So, my question for you is, out of all of the Jokers we've seen, because show has been the roommate.
Oh wait, excuse me. I have something to add to my outfit for the episode. This here was a gift from my children.
Yeah, this is real good in my house right now. So yeah,
And funny story behind that.
Anti-villain
Jersey, too.
right here.
okay, and there is a very good story behind this. This man did buy me this jersey. So we're gonna touch on who did you think out of all of them? You can go comic book. You can go. We can't really go comic book, I guess, because they didn't have that they weren't voiced. They you could read it, but at the same time you couldn't hear it. You couldn't understand the emotion that was put in it.
Well, you can't, but you can because the artists go off of the writers, so you're basically getting the artist's interpretation. So I mean, you can still get kind of a feel of how villainous he is, kind of like in the book, the novel there, just the artistry. So he's a vile, evil, just nasty motherfucker.
He's misunderstood, is what he is. Thank you very much.
He's had one
Actually,
bad day
he
too many.
is.
Yeah, he's got
That
crapped
pushed him
on.
over to the edge of
Yeah.
going from.
Excuse me. Original story on him. How did he become the Joker? Who helped with that one? Who was that? The guy who gets away with pummeling people to the point of death, and it's okay. That guy. It's all right. That one.
Hey, if you wore a mask like a rodent, why not?
I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, you can beat on anybody you want, but you can't make people laugh with gas. That's not right.
Yeah, but see, bats don't bother people near as much as clowns.
No.
What are you talking about? They nest in your fucking hair if you don't swat at them right away.
Yeah. Evil little creatures, and it's okay for him to do that. It's all right because him and Commissioner Gordon's they're homeboys. That's okay. The one person who's most wanted in Gotham is the Commissioner's best friend. Real good. Okay, so back to the question. Back to the question. Okay, who was the best? Now think about it, because we have Jared Leto coming out as the new Joker for the Suicide 6 movie. So you have Pretty Boy from Fight Club. You have Vitaly from Lord of War. He was also in Panic Room too.
Yes, he was.
So, but we haven't seen that yet, so we don't know what that can be. I'm not going to automatically hate on it because I hate the fact that it wasn't me doing it.
Well, of course.
But that's because I could do it. I could do it. Yep. No, it's not even the fact. I could do it, couldn't I? Couldn't I?
Unfortunately, you are a little mentally disabled to do such thing.
Hold on, I got just.
The inflatable crown.
I guess this
is so I can be in the same room with such greatness.
But as I was saying, out of everybody you've seen so far, you have Jack, you have Mark Hamill, you have Heath Ledger. I mean, we've seen Under the Red Hood. I apologize for not knowing who played him. We have the new guy that was in Arkham Origins, who I think did a great job. He was also the voice for what's the guy's name from Last of Us, the main character, Rick, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, something like that, maybe. I'm not sure.
We'll get back to you.
Yes.
We'll snip in.
My brother John would be able to tell me in like 5 seconds.
We'll snip in the answer here real quick right now.
Yeah. So
don't forget about the worst Joker in
the TV series.
Yes. Caesar
Romero. Yeah, Caesar. Yeah. Are you sure that's not the dog walker?
I'm not.
I know the first name's Caesar at least.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one too.
Another one.
Okay, so you have that guy, which I automatically X that out of existence because that Batman TV series was god awful.
I'm sure if they had somebody other than Adam West, it would have been a little bit better.
It was timing. It was the error. I mean, I'm sure that people are going to.
That shit was awesome in its day, man.
They're going to bomb
You
us
have
because you have all
no
these old people.
idea.
Yeah, look, Lunchbox.
Alright,
is
I'm
the
No,
only
I
sorry,
one
but
here.
I
comic-
loved that series.
The comic
I
books
watched
had
every
Robin
episode
as a
in the movie.
teenage boy. We're looking at a 35-year-old in spandex short shorts.
That is
Shorter
true.
than
I'm
frickin'
35.
Dexy
I
Dude.
do it.
That is very true. That is very fucking true. So,
And they're sliding on poles, for Christ's sakes.
And
What
then-
was wrong with that?
and then you have
A lot.
you have, and then you have Heath Ledger, who I think took what was a live action, a big screen preview of the last person we had. That was Jack Nicholson, who did a very good job. Do not get me wrong, people. He did a good job, but it was a cartoon Tim Burton kind of feel. Tim Burton, Beetlejuice. You have that feel to it. Heath Ledger took that and
He took the chaos side. He took the chaos side of the personality.
Yeah.
Where Tim did the gag gifts and all that.
It was a very good movie. I'd watch that movie any day of the week. But I also know every Joker line of The Dark Knight.
Yes, you do.
Here is my take on it, and I've been waiting to tell Speedy this take on Heath Ledger's Joker. It was the greatest Joker ever. But I believe that if you read this book and just between the artwork and the wording in it, it was like while he was banging dope, he was reading this shit. I'm not playing, man.
Okay.
So basically like a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
Because that guy was on drugs and had nightmares and he wrote that shit down.
We're gonna get banned so fucking fast, dog. Yeah. Everybody's gonna hate us.
Why? They gotta love this shit.
Hey,
gold.
if it wasn't on the internet, it wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, they let people poop on people on the internet.
Only you would know that, unfortunately.
Hey, somebody's gotta look.
I was gonna say it, but I stopped myself. Okay.
On that note,
Let me get back. Who was the absolute best?
in your opinion.
Well, in my opinion, because I'm more of a comedy guy, so I would have to go with Jack.
He did it with this pen. Hello, Benny. It's your Uncle Bingo. Time to pay the check.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword.
And why?
Well, it would be because of all the gags and whatnot. He actually loved the fact that, like at the end of the movie, he spits out the chomping teeth. Where we all know Joker loves his smile, loves the fact that his teeth stay in, yet they always seem to find a way to have him all knocked out somehow. Then he gets them replaced. But the boxing glove gun, that was probably the best.
That was good.
I understand.
I also loved the way that in that Batman,
He also came
in
up with
every
laughing
Batman
gas.
that the Joker's in, there's a quote. The Joker always has a quote.
Oh yeah,
And
that's the latest one.
and the quote that he did in there about the pen being mightier than the sword, shanking the dude with the fucking
Yeah, that's pretty
quill
good.
pen.
But
That was bomb.
the more memorable quote from that movie would have to be, hands down, "Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
That was a big.
Okay, now I will give you my aspect on that. I'm not saying who my favorite is. I'm not saying that.
Well, I already know.
No, because you don't. I will tell you this, that I will touch on your quote, Under the Red Hood.
gotta give the boy points. He came all the way back from the dead to make this shindig happen. So, who's got a camera? Ooh, get one of me and the kid first. Then you and me, then the three of us, and then one with the crowbar. Then...
You be as quiet as possible, or I'll put one in your lap first.
Party pooper. No cake for you.
Party pooper, no cake for you.
Okay, yeah, that was another good one.
You guys like that whole gag, the cartoon feel to it, right? I like the feel that in The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger made it that Batman needed him. They didn't do that in the Tim Burton one.
No.
You didn't have that feel that he knows out of everybody else that without him, Batman would be nobody. I mean, let's face it. You get caught by Batman, but 2 days later, Arkham lets you go, apparently. You get the free card. Because they never seem to figure out how to lock your ass up permanently. I'm just saying, Arkham might need to upgrade some security. What I'm talking about. Or somebody should get a little bit better at his job. I think he's a little crazy. He needs these people. Joker tells you that the best. Heath Ledger made it known that everybody is sick. Everybody is going to try to do something evil to survive over anybody else. And I think if Debo didn't stand up in that boat at the end of the movie and throw that thing out the window, he's going to blow him up. He's going to blow him up. And then Debo gets up. I'd give Debo the thing too. What you got on my drink, son?
No, I probably would have pulled Ice Cube and hit him with a brick.
Are you going to hit him with a brick, Craig?
You got knocked the fuck out!
So, I think that was greatly touched, and every time they had a scene together, you have that look, dude. I don't want to kill you. He says it. I don't want to kill you. You're too much fun. No, you complete me. I mean, and Arkham Origins hit that really good too, because at one point in time, they show you the world through the Joker's eyes, and he does not see Batman as we see Batman. He sees Batman as a Batman. Like a big bat creature. It's probably because of all the drugs and chemicals that were forced into his body, thanks to you-know-who. Douchebag. Just saying. And Angela, who you will meet probably next week's episode, hopefully, she is a very big Batman fan too, but probably one of my best friends. So, I mean, we always have that little competition. But
to be a good friend, you always got to have your opposite. Look at Lunchbox.
I am a loudmouth motherfucker.
But we also have to think of this. Every single comic book to movie that they ever came out with have never stayed on track. And that's why the Tim Burton ones failed. Well, should say failed.
No, because he stopped it after 2. Somebody else took him over.
Yeah.
So the first 2 were great. First 2 Batman movies with Michael Keaton, who, I will say this now, is my favorite Batman.
But they had
Hands
a problem with killing him off. He killed off the Joker and he killed off the Penguin.
Yeah. So, and then you bring in the whole cartoony feel with them of Batman Forever, which Val Kilmer wasn't a bad Batman. I'm sure people are going to hate me on that one, but fuck you, I don't care.
He was a fuck of a lot better than George Clooney.
Yes, Val Kilmer did a lot, and Adam West, thank you very much. Fuck you all. But I'm saying that,
He doesn't really mean fuck you all, just haters.
Yes.
Because haters gonna hate.
I'm just telling you, you have to, right now, state it. Who is your favorite Joker?
I'm still sticking with Jack.
That's a fact. Jack Nicholson is Show's favorite Joker. And I'll touch on that real quick. Right now, you'll see why we call him the Big Show. And get pretty close right now. Please take the hat off. Look at the camera and do the WND.
No, here. Here, let's back up a little bit here. Let's get him a little closer. Let's get a
Do
there
the
we go.
WND punt. There you
Well, it's a big show. Oh, it's a big bad show tonight. Oh, baby, come on.
go.
There it
I'm
is.
telling you, and the stories match up really good. So, but
Yep.
this has been fun. We have what we like to now call our ender.
Let's call it the endality.
Yes, I like that.
The endality.
Endality. Okay.
So what would be your
Endality. If you can endality any celebrity, what would it be? And who would it be?
and we're saying endality as the fatality. So you could say an actual fatality from
Any
Mortal
game, any Mortal Kombat game.
It would probably have to be George Lucas by Cyrax's saber blades.
George
Lucas. What are you fucking hating on the Grandmaster Pimp of them all for?
Can you
simply
believe
because
this?
It's just like
Don't hate
Steven
it.
Spielberg. They have given their legacy to the weirdest freaking company at all.
Excuse me.
Disney.
Disney is a fucking monopoly, basically. If it wasn't for like Six Flags and like Hershey Park or some other of those fucking weird places, Disney would rule the world.
Busch Gardens.
Yeah, dude, no. Screw you. Have you seen the new Star Wars trailer?
Yes, I
I
have.
cannot believe this shit.
Have you seen that shit?
Yes, I have.
I'm sorry, people. We are in America.
I'm not saying that.
And in
it's a-
America-
Terrorist right fucking next to me. I never knew this.
You know what? I'm not saying that it's going to be
Are
a bad
you-
movie.
Are you affiliated with Al Qaeda? Sir?
I just don't know.
No. Okay. So you're telling me, oh man, show, Jesus Christ, you would kill
Did you get that, people? ISIS don't know.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
And with Cyrax's laser blades?
The irony.
You mean the ones where he shoots them out? Or where he like
No.
slices them?
The slices. He whips them out of his wrist
Mm-hmm.
and he slices them.
Oh, okay.
That one. I can't
All
remember
right.
which
Well,
one it was from.
here's a
but
clip of that fatality, and you just use your imagination of putting George Lucas
I would
on
think it would be
that
ironic and
ending.
funny.
I can't believe you. People just had to watch George Lucas in their mind getting that fatality.
You're a communist, sir.
Technically, I got nothing against George.
I'm Colin Watson.
He's got a good-looking daughter. You guys ever watched Robot Wars? A couple years back.
Can't say that
His
I
daughter
have.
was in it.
Mr. If your name is Patrick,
I don't know.
it could be Kareem Abdul Muhammad something.
I believe
let's have
that.
a vote quick like here. Who looks more like a Muslim out of us three? Not a clue.
Not me. I'm Italian, sir. Fuck you.
Pretty close.
I do believe his name is Ivan Lucigolovich. He likes to perform the crazy Ivan.
I must break you. Bah! So, on that, thank you, Kami, for stopping by and basically making all of our fans hate us now. Thanks, guy. If I'd have known that, you'd never been allowed. So, with that, you get what is the new and improved Nightlife Gaming webisodes.
Right on.
Make sure you come back.
And what is our shtick of the day?
Our shtick of the day. This episode is brought to you by. Where is it? Right there in front of you. My cousin Mike's gonna have a shit fit on this one. He loves it.
This webisode is brought to you by the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you very much, because they are the boss.
Yeah, Reggie Bush.
The contemplation